I'm this far from the mic.
And I'm this far from the mic.
And we're
these fars from the mic.
Hey everybody, it's fucking DIGI Bros. Oh my god. It's been forever, right?
I'm gay.
There was a time where you and I, for years, every day, released an episode of a Let's Play together.
Yeah.
Then we moved to the Four Winds.
It's like 2 years that we did that.
Dude,
because I was thinking about how now the Vic and Hope series has been running as long as DigiBros did.
Yeah, but it's never been nearly as consistent as DigiBros was.
It's not as consistent, but like in terms of duration of time, it's like you know how Aaron and fucking what's his fucking gay boy fucking shit music artist have been doing it longer than Aaron and John Trot ever did.
Way longer.
Like way longer.
But yeah, it's like when we first started, because I've been going back sometimes, and I'll just be like, holy mother of fuck, we were releasing 2 of these a day for a very long time.
It does seem completely physically impossible now. I'm like, I don't know how we had anything to talk about at all. I guess it's because we were starting from zero and fucking working our way through an entire life.
Yeah, we could literally talk about anything that had ever happened to us, but now it's like, alright, well, we did it. We talked about all that stuff.
I need a sword. I need a weapon.
This is a really interesting look, this game.
I kind of fucking hate the weird, like, out of focusness.
Yeah, that has always bothered me.
It throws me off. It kind of gives me motion sickness on the handheld. I haven't really played it at all. I just, like, was dicking around on Hope's file, because I was like...
So this is Link's Awakening, the new HD remake for the Switch. Have you ever played Link's Awakening at all?
I have not.
Okay.
Not even attempted remotely.
Because I beat Link's Awakening DX.
I see.
I played that on the 3DS. It's a great game. A lot of people say that Link's Awakening is like one of the best Zelda games.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem with the Game Boy version is that you could only have 2 items equipped at once. And so you would constantly have to open up your inventory and switch around which items you had equipped, because you often need to use 2 at the same time. Mm-hmm. And
I feel like I'm at the start of Pokemon right now, and I'm looking for my fucking first Pokemon. I'm like, where is that bitch? Fucking chain chomps.
Like, one problem I already have with this remake is that, the original is a Game Boy game, so each screen is a square.
Yeah.
And, you would walk off screen to make it transition to the next screen. When you can just freely walk between those screens, the fact that everything is, in fact, square is a little bit weirder, Mm-hmm. Like, look at it. It's like, okay, there's a bunch of square areas. There's like, you can kind of see where each square begins and ends of the original. Or maybe that's just the way it feels for me having played the original.
Probably. I mean, it's kind of like Pokemon translating into 3D, where it's like, now that it's 3-dimensional, the design and layout of the game does not make any sense anymore. Even though I think this is doing a better job already than Pokemon did on, like... in Pokemon X and Y, where it feels like you're traveling literally nowhere.
The weirdest thing to me is the way they've decided to give everybody these minimal faces.
Yeah, I don't understand the art style.
There's never been a Zelda that tried to do that.
It's very bizarre.
Very strange. Like,
it's very, like, cartoony.
I don't know if it's just because they didn't want them to have any more emotions than the Game Boy characters. Like,
perhaps. Maybe it's to replicate sort of the dead Game Boy face. There's a little baby chain chomps. Jewels, dresses, he wants it all. He wants accessories.
I think that might be a she. If makeup, jewels, and I mean, I'm not, I'm not trying to.
Are you fucking gendering this chain chomp right now, you son of a bitch? How dare you? Are you fucking imposing your gender normative standards onto this motherfucking chain chomp?
Unfortunately, we can't hear any music from the game.
Yeah, it's this sucks right now. It's very quiet and bizarre.
It might be that
I don't know what's happening.
I might be able to like plug the the speakers into the TV that we're watching on, possibly.
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make an experiment.
Oh God, there's books everywhere.
You
Jesus
go ahead
Christ.
And tell the people about things.
I was watching on Link's Awakening, and they said show.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty neat. Oh, there you go. Oh, cool. We got sound now.
That's fucking loud.
That wasn't hard at all. I want to eat this Octorok. That's what.
Okay.
That's the line, right? That's the line.
Definitely interesting music. It's like
Like fully orchestrated.
yeah. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I did not expect to hear fucking.
That's that fucking Zelda game life.
It's got
They're
such
always
a
like, oh, we have to have a
warm
full
violin
orchestra.
sound, you know?
Yeah. What the fuck? I need a sword. I gotta get my sword. Gotta find it. It's not in my house, right?
Turning the music on definitely improved the experience of this game tremendously. And the audience is not going to understand because they will have heard the music the whole time.
This is true.
Because it's recording through the game. But for us, there was no music.
I gotta go to the beach. I gotta go to the beach. Okay. I'm going to the beach.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for a dunk. I'm gonna go for a swim.
Yeah, I remember all this. Fucking Mabe Village.
Library. I guess the beach is down. Let's go down.
You may remember.
Yeah.
That
I hate my fucking crawl pace through this game. Like, doo doo doo.
I think you eventually get shoes that let you
Yeah,
run fast.
I hope so. It's like playing Pokemon Blue right now.
Do you remember Ivy and Surashu?
Yeah.
I think they had a cover of this song on their album.
Oh,
right?
neat.
Mabe
Maybe. I
Island
don't know.
song. Yeah, the last track on the
Yeah.
album was the
They
Mabe
should have got them to
Island
do the
song.
soundtrack for this game. That would have been cool.
I mean, it sounds good.
Oh God, what are those?
Spiky
Jesus.
Boys. I guess you can't go any farther.
They told me to go to the beach.
Is there something washed up here
Oh
you need
Jesus.
to pick up?
Oh God, all this washed up is my career. There's spiky guys everywhere. I don't like them.
Do you not have a sword?
I don't have a sword. That's what I'm looking for. Oh God, I fucking
Oh.
died. Jesus
You're going-
Christ.
Probably going down to the beach to get your sword.
That's what I assumed,
Well,
but I already died.
even though I did play through Link's Awakening DX, I do not have much.
Oh hey, I fucking respawned exactly where I was. So that's
I
great.
don't remember
Ah
exactly
shit, I can't get through
everything
these
about it.
plants.
You can't lift them.
Nope.
Jeez. Weak Link.
You look like you're as gay as an Octorok.
Wow.
Wow, you fucking... I stuck my dick in an Octorok.
So we were saying that we used to make a shitload of Digibros.
Yeah.
And ever since, like, what happened was, you know, I moved away, and each of us had shacked up with a partner,
Yeah.
and we both just kind of decided, hey, you're around all the time. You be my podcast Let's Play partner.
It's good doing Let's Plays with your girl. As we've explained on Vic and Hope before, it's like a couples therapy kind of thing, you know, where it's just like it gives you a chance to kind of be together and you gotta talk about stuff for an hour and a half.
In
or
our
however
case, like,
long.
yeah, we used that as a way to just have it, like, early on when we were doing a lot of Digi and May. It was like, this is a good excuse for us to have time to talk to each other about literally random shit. Like, hey, you know, we can just make an excuse to have conversations by recording it. Although now we just go for walks, you know? So it's like we don't really necessarily need an excuse to talk. We are literally around each other all the time.
Yeah.
But we do the live streams now as basically an excuse to socialize it all.
Uh-huh.
Because neither of us talks to anybody or has any friends really.
Yeah.
So we just like, oh, I need to hear some voices outside of ours. Let's fucking do a live stream and like at least people will be in the chat and then we don't have to fucking listen to anybody actually, you know?
So I'll have to actually interact with real human beings. I understand that.
It's pretty nice. But then there's been, you know, like there was the era where we were both doing our shows on the same channel and there was like a call and response between them.
Yeah.
Where we would talk about shit, you guys would listen to it, then you'd respond to the shit we talked about, then we'd listen to yours, and then we'd respond to the shit you talked about.
That was a good era. It was a fun time. It gave us things to react to and talk about. And now it's like Vic and Hope is becoming a movie review, loose movie and TV review podcast because, like, we don't do that much besides consume different medias, and then everything we do is together. So, like, it's hard to have new things to talk about.
With me and May, it's like, because when you and I did Digi Bros, it's like anything that you and I were going to talk about, it's going to be on Digi Bros. Like, if you and I did something together...
That's true. We would not talk to each other so that we could talk to each other on the show.
Yeah, we would
which definitely helped.
Going in depth on any topics that we knew we were going to bring up on the show. And, like, if you... Like, let's say that that May and I were to watch an anime. There's no reason for us to save it for a Let's Play. We could just make a video about the anime. If you and I were to watch an anime, we would talk about it on Digibros, you know? I might also make a video about it or something. But
me and you tend to have differing opinions, which can, tend to help discussion a lot. Whereas if me and Hope agree with each other on 99% of things.
Right.
So there's not a whole lot of hashing out to do, unless we're being purposefully contrarian.
But at this point, the shows have all taken on their own life. There's not as much interaction between our Let's Plays. Since, I mean, me and May haven't really been doing Let's Plays. We've just been doing live streams lately.
What in the fuck, man? I know I'm like, if I communicated with the townspeople and like listened to what they have to say, I would probably have gotten the sword by now.
I think you just gotta go to the beach.
I went to the beach and there was a dead end. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the beach. It was like, oh, you can't fucking progress because you gotta pick things up. It's perfect because Hope's been playing this game and she's always getting all mad because she can't, like, figure out how to do the puzzles and stuff, that it's always something really obvious. Yeah. So now I'm like, oh, I'm experiencing exactly what she's been experiencing. Scary, man.
There's your sword right there.
Oh.
Lol.
I can just move these guys with my shield. Perfect. I was probably supposed to pay attention to someone who said something about this. It's that fucking owl!
Gabora.
Oh god. Kabuki.
So this game is a direct sequel to A Link to the Past. Have you played A Link to the Past?
No, I've not.
Amazing.
You know I fucking don't play shit for 2D Zelda games.
It's amazing. You can be such a huge fan of the 3D games and have played none of the 2D ones at all.
I like 3D games. Fucking eat my ass.
You really don't play many 2D games, do you?
Yeah, not really. Just not a huge fan. I never beat it, but I did play it for like 40 fucking hours. The game is just infinite. It gets so hard that it's just like I'm not having fun anymore. But it is also a masterpiece, so...
How many... I'm trying to think of any other 2D games you might have played, because like...
I mean, I played some of the... I didn't beat Minish Cap, but I played it a bunch. How do I get this treasure? I gotta move the rock.
I mean, you've surely played... You've played the old Pokemon games.
Yeah, I mean...
Those are 2D.
They hardly count.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, because... You know, Zelda is top-down games.
I played the Metroid games...
Which Metroid game?
Just Zero Mission and Fusion.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I feel like there's
I know you didn't
one.
play fucking Super Metroid.
Yeah. Now I can on Nintendo Online. Ooh.
Do you attribute the fact that you're not that into 2D games to just having started with 3D games as
I don't
a
know.
kid?
Maybe. I don't know.
Like,
maybe it's just I just find the movement in those games more interesting and satisfying. Like right now, I feel like hell moving this fucking slow little Link around. It's probably just this game, but like it's just like, oh jeez. And there's, you know, you're just kind of boop 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 bopping around.
The sword swing looks great. It looks very.
I mean, yes, it is nice, but it's
notice
also a singular command.
It kind of like backs up the camera or something. Like when you do it, it makes it really satisfying.
I think it's just because of the way I'm moving. Because it's halting my movement.
But
God.
yeah, he does move awful slow.
Oh no, I died.
Wow. Well,
I am playing. I played it. I'm playing on hard mode, so it's everything's doing a lot of damage.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm a psychopath. I don't fucking know. Because it respawns you literally right in front of where you died. So
Yeah, I don't
why
know.
not play on hard
I
mode?
don't know if there's any particular way to, like, lose more than, like, a second's progress.
Which is great.
I guess.
I'm all about fake difficulty. Easy fucking games for adults.
Speaking of that, you've been playing the shit out of Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that game?
It's simultaneously like the best fucking Fire Emblem game ever, and also like not a Fire Emblem game.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have the same appeal as the older games in a sense, where it's
So-
gotten so far from like.
Let me tell you what shocked me so much about that game.
Mm,
So,
oh fuck! Oh, that just killed me. I thought I was gonna go to like a secret area.
nope, just a bunch of random holes in the ground.
I've died again.
So the Fire Emblem Three Houses came out. I bought it.
Yeah.
My immediate impression was like revulsion.
Yeah, I
Because-
mean, that's how I felt initially, too, because I fucking hated the very idea of the incorporation of all of this school bullshit.
Yeah, and it starts you off like you have to do a lot of shit at that
Yes.
school building.
There's
like,
a lot to learn initially.
Because the first time I played the game, I played it for about an hour.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, you do that first little tutorial mission that's super easy and not really fun or noteworthy at all.
Yes.
And then it just launches you into the school shit forever. And I just remember sitting there playing and I was like, motoring through all this dialogue, like, when do I get to do a fight? Like, I want to just learn the base. I want to get into the groove, you know? Like, normally, I'm thinking about, like, the at least US release of the Fire Emblem GBA game and how there was, like, this 10-level tutorial, and each level is, like, teaching you a new mechanic, and then eventually you just start, you know, doing the proper fights. But there was nothing in between at all in the old Fire Emblem game.
Exactly.
So to have not just stuff between, but like lots of stuff between is like, oh. And then I was watching May play it for a while, and it was just like the amount of stuff in between the missions was longer than the missions.
Yeah, in a sense. But it's a thing where, like, it's hard to understand at first, and then the more you get into it, the more you find that groove of, like, knowing what you're doing. And then you find out that it's, like, it's the most mechanically deep Fire Emblem game there is, for sure.
That's what I got the sense of, but, like, something I've come to learn about tactics games is that the more depth of, like, min-maxing you do, the easier the game becomes.
That's one of the things where, like, I beat it first on hard mode.
Whoa, I love this
And,
tone
like,
shift that just happened.
On hard mode, it got, like, pretty easy until some of the, like, last levels are where the difficulty ramps up. Because, the fuck is, someone's calling me or something. I don't know who that is. Okay. But, like, the difficulty ramps up towards the end, and it's kind of like... But the game is definitely, it's a fucking min-max simulator, you know? Like, the focus of the game is maximizing stats and building characters, and, like, it's the deepest Fire Emblem game in that regard. And then, like, one of the things to keep in mind when you talk about the GBA game, Fire Emblem 7, is that is Fire Emblem 7.
Right.
And that game changed in ways, like, that was the first game to have the triangle system or whatever. The swords beat axes, axes beat lances. Supposedly it was. I watched some history on Fire Emblem and shit, but like...
I did too. I watched an hour-and-a-half long video going through the entire franchise. Did you see that?
Yeah, I was watching that. But like...
Yeah.
So, using that game as a frame of reference to me is like, it's kind of misleading in terms of like what Fire Emblem's always been about.
Right.
Because if you play the DS remakes of the original games that have the mechanics of those original games, it's more like Three Houses than it is like Fire Emblem 7, in the way that it's all about, you have a freedom to build characters in any way you want, and they kind of have inclinations towards certain stats, and like in those games, you can change your character to like any class at any point you want in the game, and it gives you like total free reign over like character customization in that way. And that's kind of what the new ones are more about. It's about like deciding how you're going to build your character, and then it gives you fuckloads of mechanics to push your character in that direction more than any other game has ever done. And it's like you miss out on the certain hallmarks of the franchise that you get so used to, like discovering characters in battle and like having that challenge of trying to get the characters to join your team without killing them and stuff like that. Like playing Fire Emblem 7, that's what you grew up knowing Fire Emblem to be, is like this game that's super hard and you just go into a mission and like, you know, gotta recruit people and not kill them and stuff, and like that kind of stuff is all missing from the new game. Which in some regards is like, you at the start of the game you have like a 10-person team, and you only ever get 13 to 14 max characters that you can put into battle. So like generally the people you start off with you're using through the entire game, and you're never really switching them out. Which both like is weird and limiting in the fact that like in the older games you felt like you're always getting new dudes and you can try out new guys and stuff. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just explaining literally the idea of the fucking game.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I would say the first playthrough of the game, I wasn't as sold on it. And then the second playthrough of the game, it was like, okay, this is the best Fire Emblem game. And now I'm on the third playthrough where they introduce another harder difficulty, which actually brings the challenge that you want from the game, you know?
What I was planning to talk about is that, like, I looked at the game briefly, and my immediate sensation was like, oh, fuck this game.
Yeah.
And then I looked at the reviews, and they were all very positive.
Well, because reviews these days mean fucking nothing anyways, but...
Well, I mean, it's one thing... When a tactics game gets, like, above a 9 from mainstream publications, you're just like... That doesn't happen normally, you know? Like, it has to be, like, the best fucking tactics game, mechanically, at least, you know? For people to be that enthusiastic about it. It's kind of like Dragon Quest XI, right?
Yeah.
Like, I played a little bit of that game. I was not feeling it at all. I was completely not interested. But it got titanically huge reviews, and it's like, well, it's because it's a fucking massive game. It's got, you know, a deep... Well, I won't say deep. It's got an involving storyline if you play through the whole thing, you know. It's got tons of systems. It's just like... It did not appeal to me in the very immediate sense of, like, what I thought would be fun to play, you know? Just go up and around. You've already fucked up.
Oh, I can't lift these yet. Oh. I thought I could pick it up, but I can't lift. Oh, no.
Started.
But yeah, it's very abhorrent in the immediate sense, where you're like... Because it seemed like it was going to be focusing mostly on the relationship mechanics that were introduced in the other games, which I don't fucking care for at all. But then, over time, like, it turns out, like, you can't... Like, the other games had the marrying thing and the child shit introduced. That's not in this game. You can marry one troop with your main character, and you can't do that until the end of the game. So, like, it's really only in there, I feel like, to appease the people who are a fan of that. And it's not really important at all, so that was nice. Yeah.
You fucked up.
What do I... let me look at this. I gotta focus. But,
Focus.
what do I have to say about the game? I keep, like... I've played it for fucking 135 hours, and I feel like I have all these thoughts while I'm playing it, and then and then I'm just like, oh, this is good, man. I like it. I probably need the lift thing to be able to beat this.
No, I think you just gotta come the other direction.
Nah, dude. Yeah, nah, I need the lift thing. I gotta lift the skulls. I need to lift.
Maybe.
Link needs to fucking lift, bro. Does Link even lift?
So here's a question. Do we want to divide this into episodes, or do we want to just record one gigantic Digi Bros?
I don't fucking know. I would at least go for like hour and a half long episodes. I feel like that's the new
hotness.
The new normal for me.
Yeah. It's really funny because when we first started Digi Bros, you can definitely like you know, count out. No! You almost had it.
I'm going out this way. What do you mean I almost had it?
Because you could have just pushed that rock to the side instead of... Never mind.
No, you can't. You can't do it.
You can't pass.
You can't do it.
I thought you weren't going to keep attempting this.
I wasn't gonna. Then I had to prove to you that you can't do it. I'm just going back so I can go try to get whatever fucking power glove. No! Fucking bad. Anyway, what are you saying?
I don't remember. Oh, yeah, like, that you can see the different eras of YouTube through DigiBros, because we started it at a point where videos could not be longer and also be, like, unscripted Let's Play content.
Yeah.
It's like, it used to be that at least...
We used to do, like, 15-minute episodes, just like what Game Grumps does, you know?
Game Grumps, basically, anytime they go above, like, 10, 12 minutes, they usually stop the clock.
Yeah.
And,
which is fucking, like, nowadays, if... That,
yeah.
it's horror. It's, like, dragging it out so fucking much, you know?
Yeah.
To have 15-minute episodes. It's like, you cannot say anything interesting in 15 minutes. You can't get to conversation in 15 minutes and then stop. Like, you'll never talk about anything.
Well, that's the thing, is that Game Grumps was never about, like, deep conversations necessarily. Yeah. It was mostly a comedy show. It was much more reacting to the game. You know, stories tended to be shorter. Like, when we do our show, I will just ramble about the same thing for fucking 25 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, you watch early DigiBros, and what I was going for was 12 minutes per episode. But, like, immediately we started going over all the time. Like, 12 minutes was just, like, the short end of the videos. They usually were, like, 15. They might get up to 20. And then eventually... we settled into where, like, it just naturally seemed like when we talk, it would happen in 20-minute chunks.
Yeah.
It would be like every 20 minutes or so, we'd run out of whatever we were just saying, and I would notice to actually stop the recording. So it was like 20-minute chunks for a while, and, like, that seemed to be the direction things were going in on YouTube, though. It's like, yeah, you can sit through 20-minute Let's Plays. And, like, I remember I used to...
what does this bitch want?
I used to always watch, like, Mumkeys, Nuzlocke's, and Ben's videos and stuff. Like, they would be 20-minute Let's Plays, and I'd throw it on and eat a sandwich and watch that video.
Yeah.
But, like, we've reached a saturation point now where we want to have as much YouTube as we have TV.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, because I used to mostly listen to music, and, you know, I would watch a lot of YouTube videos, but, like, I usually was watching the videos, you know? Like, I didn't just have videos on in the atmosphere all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Once May and I got together, I tended much more towards putting on videos in the background instead of music.
Yeah. Because
the music, I have to constantly dig through to try to figure out, like, what do I want to listen to at this very second, you know? And then you have to find something new once the album ends. It's like on YouTube, or, you know, on TV... like, the point of TV is that it just keeps putting more shit in front of you, you know?
Exactly.
You don't have to get up, you don't have to change anything. You have a remote so you can, like, affect what shit is being put in front of you. But the main point of the TV is to not stop playing new things, you know?
Yeah.
And YouTube can do that through autoplay, but I don't trust it to, you know, play shit I'm gonna want.
Who's this fucking Tanuke? What's he doing?
But at least, like, the recommendation feature can keep you busy.
Oh, Jesus. What's happening?
He went away.
The forest is too mysterious for me.
You should probably, like, read the text when it's on screen.
I don't want to read. Ah!
What about this game makes you less inclined to read than other Zelda games?
Because we're doing a Let's Play, and I don't want to fucking read while I'm doing a Let's Play. That's why I was like, I don't know if this will be the right game to play, because usually if I've played the game already, I don't have to read anything, because I know where to go, you know?
Right. Well, feel free to take the 1 second, you know, of stopped concentration to read a text box.
I gotta stop thinking in old DigiBros terms of being constantly entertaining, when standards for being entertaining have drastically changed over time.
That's kind of what we're talking
Exactly.
about. It's like, in my case, I will now trend towards just, like, constantly watching long as fuck videos, you know? And, like, I appreciate longer edited videos because, you know, it's fun to just have good stuff on in the background, too. But, like, you know, if you don't put that much into your visuals, don't worry about it. I'm just going to listen to all of them, you know. I've been watching ass loads of gaming documentary and history videos.
God.
Have you ever heard of Gaming Historian?
I think I watched one of his things.
He just makes videos where he talks about, like, historical things about video games, you know, old games, histories of games, and I'll just sit there and
oh god,
watch
the
them.
fox killed me! I'm sorry, Fox. I didn't mean to slice you.
He really fucked you up like immediately.
Yeah. I was already dying, but.
There's all these different channels that do like, you know, long form, in depth documentaries about some game series. Did you see the one I linked you?
Oh shit! It's this fucking thing.
Did I link you the fucking Phantasy Star documentary by Guy Gillionaire?
No.
I thought I linked you to a Phantasy Star
I don't
documentary.
think you did.
Well, it's like a
I want that motherfucking
20 or 30
Yoshi.
minute video going through the history of the original Phantasy Star series, and it's fucking great.
Axes move forward and.
I marathoned all that guy's videos.
No! No!
You fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up.
Work? Oh god,
You
it's so
have fucked
slow.
up
Jesus
now.
Christ. Pick up the fucking pace, buddy. Alright, let's do this shit.
Crane game.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna play the fucking crane again. What do you think? I'm fucking gay? No, no! Okay, so you have like one shot to fucking move
If you
forward.
have one shot.
There's no adjusting from there. You get one click
everything
forward,
you ever
one
wanted.
click to the right.
Would you take it? Or just let it slip?
Let it go.
It's really
Let
excruciating
it
how long you have to watch your
it's
failure
quite,
after you failed. Like, after you've just moved...
Fuck! You can't just like dial that shit in. You're just like fucked.
And as soon as you've moved once, you immediately know how fucked you are.
Ah!
So the rest of it is just waiting for your fuckery to be
Oh
punished.
god. This is agonizing.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
There's
You're
so many
gonna try it
shields in
again,
this game.
aren't
Why do
you?
I want like another shield?
Good luck. Good luck. You fucked up.
Eat my ass! Eat my ass!
Maybe
No, I got it, bro. I got it, dog.
Wow.
Of course, it's like a normal crane game where it's gonna fucking eat shit
Yeah.
and not even grab stuff.
It has like actual crane game physics.
It's already hard enough to fucking get the damn thing. I'm wasting all my money.
I think you might have it, dude. I
Bada
think
boom,
you might have
bitch.
got it, dog.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, bro.
Come on, motherfucker. Yeah, dog.
Yeah, you know it, dog.
Oh.
Like, I'm really amazed how all out they went on the crane game physics.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It feels just as janky
let's
and
do this shit
shitty
again.
as IRL.
I need to make
Doing
my money
it
back.
again, you're fucking trying to get...
I need to make my money back!
Oh, I thought you were gonna get Yoshi.
I do want the Yoshi. But I need to get that guac first.
You ever play Yoshi's Crafted World?
I haven't because I don't want to pay for it. But
I know what
see
you
that
mean,
you have
dog.
it.
I know what you mean.
I don't feel like it's gonna be quite fun enough to just. Everything is $60.
Dude, the
agonizing.
Switch is ridiculous.
Because
Why
now
is
they're
this
making
game
like
$60?
this would be a 3DS game. It should be $40. You know,
Right, that's what I thought too.
and it's insane.
I was
Because
just like,
now there is no
okay,
3DS, and this is the 3DS.
I appreciate that Link's Awakening is a good game.
No!
But I already paid $10 for the Game Boy version
Yeah.
on fucking the 3DS.
It's fucking ridiculous.
And this doesn't, like, I understand that they overhauled, you know, the graphics and everything.
Yeah.
But it's still the same game.
Yeah.
They didn't have to design a game, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of work goes into a remake, but you didn't have to do anything from scratch, you know? So it's just like, why is it $60?
It's quite ridiculous. Oh fuck, I got this fucking rupee, bro. Fucking 50 rupees, dog. Oh shit, I got this motherfucking Yoshi, dog. Look at that, his fucking dead eyes and his fucking awesome shoes.
More
Oh
like
fuck, I got a
dead
motherfucking
ass.
heart piece, bitch. What a rare find, bro. Alright, now what am I gotta get the shovel. I gotta cut things down and then get that motherfucking shovel.
Were any of the,
I
like,
guess this kid really wants the
were the
fucking
past
Yoshi doll.
HD remakes all sold at full price? Like, was Wind Waker HD
Yeah,
sold as a full
it
price
was.
game?
I mean, I got it as a bundle with the
Right.
console, but it was sold at full price.
We got
Ooh,
it
I got a
as
fucking
bundle
conch, bro.
with the console. We went in.
Oh yeah, we
on
went
that together.
fucking 50-50 on that shit, didn't we? Because that was in a time where I was broke
Not
and just went
50-50.
50-50 with everyone on
You
everything.
you paid more than I did. I
see.
put down $100 towards the Wii.
Nice.
But yes, we got the version that came with the Wind Waker HD,
Yeah.
which was a great game. But at least the Wind Waker is an updated version of a GameCube game, so I know there's a certain amount of content in it that I'm paying $60 for, and this is like, well, I know this game is like less than 20 hours long and fucking is a Game Boy game. I don't know what they added.
Alright, okay, I'm going inside.
Shock the monkey.
This bitch wants a Yoshi doll, right? Do I have to, like, equip it?
Did she say something about wanting a Yoshi
some
doll?
kid said that his mom wanted a Yoshi doll or some shit.
Huh.
And he said there's 2 doors or something. I didn't read what he said. He just said something about someone wanting a Yoshi doll and that there were 2 doors. Maybe it's his fucking chain chomp. He wants accessories. God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they want what you got.
What's going on?
So.
Yeah, Fire Emblem's good. Would recommend if you have 135 hours to put into something. But it's one of those games where it's all about that new game plus, you know? Like, the first playthrough through the new Fire Emblem game is bullshit. But, like, as you go through, like, the in-between levels thing, you do all the professor stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, you have a limit to how much professor shit you can do in a singular day.
This is a very different...
How do I fucking fish? Oh, fuck. I want to get that fish.
This is very interesting.
Oh, fuck. Oh, nice.
Looks like there's a bottle of milk at the bottom.
Come on, bitch.
Right?
Eat my fucking lure, bitch. Oh, there
Maybe
is.
you can get that?
Yeah, I should probably get that bottle. Good find. Okay, how the fuck do I do this? Can I, like, whip?
Oh, watch me whip.
Eh.
And watch me nay-nay.
Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch. I'm trying to, like, whip the controller because I would have thought that they would incorporate those mechanics into the game, but I don't think they did. I just got to hold A for a long time, I guess. Oh, it didn't work. Can I whip? Can I whip in Nene?
I believe Link's Awakening introduced the fishing minigame that is in all the Zelda games. I think I remember hearing somebody say that in one
Fuck
of these
my ass.
historical analysis videos I've been watching.
Yeah, I saw it in the Did You Know Gaming.
The one I've been watching the last day and a half is a guy called Matt McMuscles, and he has a series called What Happened, in which he describes like how shitty games and movies came
you fucking
to be.
took my shit, you bitch. What the fuck?
And
I gotta get rid of that big fish so that he doesn't fuck up my fucking thing.
I gotta say, it's pretty entertaining to listen to somebody break down why bad pieces of media came together, because there's always an element of goofy, dumb bullshit. Of like the creators did something really retarded, you know? Like something on the side that just reveals the incompetence to be like a personality trait of the people who are working on it and not just incidental, you know? It's good shit.
Good shit, dog. So I was gonna say with Fire Emblem, there's like the professor levels, where the more you level up your professor level, the more activity points you get to do during your day. So at the max professor level, you get to do like 9 activities during your day. When you do New Game Plus, you get to buy back like certain like levels of different attributes, like skill levels and your professor level and shit. So you can start the game, max out your professor level to 9 activities, and then you get 9 activities to do from the start of the game, which fucking completely changes the experience, because now your fucking grinding is efficient as shit, and it changes the fucking game. It makes it way more enjoyable. And if you recruit, like if you played in one house the first playthrough, on the second playthrough you choose a different house, you can recruit one of your guys from the other house, immediately buy their skill levels to be at the highest skill, and have like a badass from the beginning of the game, and then focus on training different attributes of their shit. This is fucking agonizing. I had to pay $10 to fucking watch this fish take my bottle away. This is horse shit. Anyways, you see what I'm saying. It's all about that New Game Plus life. So the second playthrough of the game is much more streamlined and enjoyable than the first, because now you're just fucking blasting through it and feeling like a badass, fucking training your troops and making the ultimate fucking strike force. And you're like, oh, this is where you find the real fucking appeal of this game, because it becomes excellent and a bunch of fun.
I can't imagine making it all the way to New Game Plus.
It took me 60 hours the first time.
Oh my god.
My first playthrough was 60 hours long. My second playthrough was 40 hours long. So it trimmed off 20 hours.
It was 60 hours and you still thought the game was bullshit.
Well, I enjoyed the game a lot. I'm not gonna, like, I liked the game. It's just the stuff that I had a problem with the first time went away the second time, you know?
I can't believe you've already played over 100 hours of this game.
I put in 135 hours. It's
How
fucking
have
ridiculous.
You found time?
Because I haven't been doing shit. That's what I just said.
Why have you not been doing shit?
Because the place where I work is going through a company merger right now, and they literally do not have anything for me to do for the rest of the year. So I'm just doing, like, the old odd job shit that I would normally do. And I'm basically working Saturdays doing weddings and doing fuck nothing Monday through Friday besides have meetings and desperately try to get shit together for the future.
What's happened to your income?
It's fine because I made a fuckload of money in the summer. I'm totally fine. And I'm doing, like, the money I'm making now doing the random shit I do is still the amount that I made, like, last year, you know?
Right.
It's just I've made exponentially more this year. It's just now I have a remarkable amount of free time to fucking play Fire Emblem, which I could have, like, I wanted to get Astral Chain, but I was like, I'm still playing Fire Emblem and I'm still having fun, so why the fuck would I go play Astral Chain? And then this game came out and I was like, well, I'm still playing Fire Emblem, but I'm still enjoying it. Why would I get this game? Why not just stretch my $60 out to the maximum and play the game for fucking 200 hours? Because I'm still having fun. Like, the fact that I'm still having fun after 135 hours and I haven't gotten sick of the game is a testament to the quality of the experience, you know?
Yeah.
I have not gotten sick of it yet. I am still enjoying myself.
It's really funny hearing you say all this because, like, what happened with me is I wanted a new video game. And I really wanted to play Yoshi's Crafted World, and I had wanted it for a while.
Yeah.
But then Fire Emblem came out, like, right around when I was finally ready to go buy Yoshi.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I guess I'll do Fire Emblem instead. It's new, it's relevant, you know, people are saying it's good. I immediately was not interested in it, you know?
But like, when I initially first started playing it, I was like, this is fucking gay. Like, oh god, here we go. I'm just gonna kind of get through it. But then it's like, that's because from the beginning I didn't understand yet where those mechanics were gonna go, you know? It just seems like you're being, like, a bunch of shit is being shoved down your throat, and you're like, well, this all fucking sucks. But then, like, initially it makes you do a bunch of quests around, and, like, those taper off, and, like, you don't have to do that anymore at some point.
Yeah.
And then, like, when you're playing the game again, you just skip all of that, you know?
I mean,
you have to do it, but you just
funny
fucking
because,
power
like,
through it.
I almost forgot that I had even bought that game for myself to play because I immediately passed it off to May and was just like, I'll watch you play it, you know? And she played like 15 hours of it, but tell me if anything like this has happened to you. In her game, some kind of glitch happened where one of the characters just, like, was not accessible anymore. Like, they were still around in the town, but you couldn't pick them for missions as though they were dead. But she was like, she never died. The game's just treating her like she's dead. And apparently other people have had this issue online.
What the fuck? I have not had this issue at all.
So it's just like a shit glitch. Bizarre. And, like, she was like, well, now I have to restart my game because I can't use this fucking character, you know?
What
like,
character was it?
It was, like, the mage on Yellow team. Because she played Yellow first.
Bizarre.
And, like... Yeah, she was like, well, I guess I'm gonna restart the game. But she had also been playing on easy mode. And she was like, it's just not easy mode, but normal mode.
That's a fucking waste of time.
Normal mode fucking sucks. I'm going up to hard mode because
I mean that should be a given that the normal mode is for casuals, you know.
I don't know. It's not true in other Fire Emblem games.
Well, it has been in the last 4 Fire Emblem games, so I would So
you just go straight to hard mode.
You just go straight to hard mode, and now they have maddening. So like, maddening is hard mode, you know. Hard mode is normal mode. Because they're making it, because they're taking into consideration first-time players, you know? That's why they have the casual, no one dies difficulty and shit. But there is no easy mode, it's just normal mode and hard mode. So if you're given 2 choices, you should immediately think, well, I should pick the more difficult choice because I know what I'm doing, you know?
Well, if you know what you're doing, which she did.
But
I never played a Fire Emblem game before.
I see.
You know?
I wasn't sure if she'd played it before, but...
No, well, that was the thing. It's like, she was interested in the game. I was interested in the game. I bought it, immediately lost interest in the game.
Yeah.
Was like, you play it. But then I also was like, I really want you to experience the older games so that you can understand just how fucking different this is.
Yeah.
And so we were doing a live stream, and I just kind of had her play Fire Emblem 7.
Yeah.
And then she decided to play Fire Emblem 7. So nobody has played any more Three Houses yet.
Yeah. It takes some investment, but
like,
it's also like, but it's one of those things where Fire Emblem 7 will never stop existing. You know, I don't want them to just make that game again, because like,
well, there's a bunch of other ones.
I'm fine with what they did.
You're a huge fan of Awakening as well, right? Because that game was a huge fucking success.
I haven't stayed a huge fan of it, but
what is your favorite Fire Emblem?
I mean, it's probably the new one, because I've played this one the most, for sure. Like, of any of them.
What's your second favorite?
Probably the Wii one, because that one was
Radiant
fucking
Dawn.
epic and dope. Awakening was
Not
great.
Radiant Dawn, Radiant, the other.
It is Radiant Dawn.
Oh.
Path of Radiance was the first one. Radiant Dawn is the second one.
You played
Path
them
of Radiance
both,
is the
right?
GameCube. I never beat Path of Radiance. I played it on an emulator later, because that one is just like more obtusely difficult in like a not good way. But I played like a shitload of it on an emulator and never beat it, so I just lost interest. Because some of the games, like, the deeper you get in, you'll lose interest, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's just like, well, it's gotten to a point where the difficulty is just like, because one of the things they do better in these new games, which is controversial even in my own head, is that they give you the rewind time ability.
Oh yeah.
Which is great, because in this game you can do it up to like 9 times, like once you max it out, because you can like upgrade it. And initially you go like, okay, well that literally takes 100% of the challenge away. But once you get up to like maddening difficulty, there's been plenty of times where I've run out of all 9 rewinds, you know? So it makes it less difficult in the short term, but it allows them to throw way more at you in the long term.
Right.
Which is kind of another weird aspect of this game, is that like one of my initial problems with it is that the level design isn't as good. Because in like Fire Emblem 7, you're given very limited resources, and there's no grinding involved or anything. So they really have to take into consideration the placement of the enemies and shit, you know? They were certainly more well crafted that way, whereas this game is, okay, in exchange, I got bananas. Who wants bananas? I gotta find whoever wants bananas.
Is that how this works?
Yes, I'm giving people items. That's what's been happening.
I
I got the Yoshi doll, I gave it to the lady. She gave me the dog food, and I gave it to the alligator man. Now I got bananas.
feel like you should be able to go to the first dungeon before long.
Yeah, I gotta give these bananas to somebody. And then I go to
Banana.
the dungeon. I gotta get the shovel, and I gotta get the, I gotta be able to pick up rocks. Someone's gonna help me pick up rocks, but I gotta give someone these bananas, but I
This
haven't been
game-
paying attention to the
it's like-
dialogue.
It's weird to think that this game, like, in some way resembles 3D Dot Game Heroes,
Yeah, but it's interesting.
which itself was a Zelda clone,
Yeah.
but now we've come full circle.
God damn it. Where do I get, who do I give these bananas to? Is it the monkey?
How do
There's
you
a monkey in a
even know
tree.
that somebody wants bananas?
Because somebody gave me bananas, which means that somebody wants bananas.
Alright.
Because all that guy gave me was bananas, and he was the fourth in a chain of people I've been giving shit to. So clearly someone wants these fucking bananas. Otherwise, what the fuck am I gonna do with these bananas?
I have no idea.
Son of a bitch. It's not the Crane Game Guy, that's where this started.
Did you
One
know
of
that
these guys
this
want
game's
bananas?
story was based on Twin Peaks?
Yeah. I kinda gotta take a shit.
Me too.
What else do I have to say about Fire Emblem? Fucking, it's fun and dope.
You said, before you came over, you said you had the tragic shits.
Yes, I'm in great pain.
I was in great pain because, I, for the last couple days, was non-stop smoking pot.
Oh god.
And,
Stop doing that.
also eating a lot. And the result is that being high caused me to be so hungry that I ate the whole world.
Jesus Christ.
And I've had this constant, like, acid reflux. Like, have too much food in my body, so it just keeps peeking back out. And I was just, like, all pukey all day. So have you always been, like, a puke in your mouth kind of guy?
Yeah, I have horrible acid in my stomach. We probably fucked ourselves up by growing up on Mountain Dew. Just destroyed our fucking bodies.
That's my thought, because, like, I'm always telling May, like, oh, just do up in my mouth a little.
I hope
she's like,
I mean, at least take
that's not supposed to happen that much, you know?
Yeah, that's literally everything with me in Hope is just like, my body is fucking falling apart and I'm throwing up in my mouth and I'm shitting mucus and Hope's like, yeah, that's not supposed to happen. I'm like, well, it is. I don't know what to do about it. I have the worst healthcare in the fucking world right now. I can't even go to the fucking doctor. Because the world is vampire and it will suck you dry of all of your money.
The world is a vampire.
And all of your sanity.
Shit on my face and shit on my god.
Oh, God.
You're fucking dead. Bitch, you're dead.
Dead as a doornail.
Do you want to stop and take a shit? We can stop this and make this the first episode.
I'll give it a couple minutes to build to critical mass.
We've been going for 50 minutes already.
My method of pooping is to build to absolute critical mass and then blast as fast as you possibly can.
Why do you have to
because I don't want to have to take
mass?
another shit. Because this is the kind of stomach ache where it's like, I don't even know. I might sit on the toilet and just fart and then be constipated. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to wait as long as I possibly can so that I know that when I get on that toilet, I'm going to shotgun blast deep into the water so that I don't even have to flush because my shit is blasting down so far down the pipe that it doesn't come back. It's just gone. And then the water is fucking clean and pure after I'm done. Does this bitch want bananas? Somebody take my fucking bananas.
I too have to shit. So the sooner you have to shit, the sooner I get to shit too.
Alright, well I guess we're done now that I've ranted about pooping.
Are you gonna poop? Is that what's gonna happen? Are we gonna go poop?
Yes.
Are we gonna stop and eat?
Do you have 2 bathrooms or you just have 1?
I have 2 bathrooms.
Oh, sweet. Well then, group shit.